There's something so peaceful about getting up early in the morning, in my case 4:30 this morning, going outside and doing something. In my case I'm doing the squat routine. But I remember a time where I used to kind of first wake up at 4:30. This is the first time I kind of started doing this before the squat every day. I'd wake up 4:30 in the morning, go for a run. And I remember like running through the side streets, middle of the road. There's no traffic at 4:30 in the morning. If rarely you see one car, rarely. But there's something so damn peaceful about it, so damn cool about it. If you've never woken up early to train or even go for a walk, I highly recommend you do that at least once. It's gonna suck when the alarm goes off. You're gonna be like, all I want to do is go back to bed. Literally, that's what I feel every single time. Like the alarm goes off, I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe it's already here. That following, I don't know, 3-5 minutes period, you feel crappy. You know every single cell in your body is telling you go back to bed. But if you overcome that little hill right at the start, when the alarm goes off, and you make it to the bathroom, you brush your teeth, whatever, you get ready. The moment you start moving around, it's basically from that point up. It just feels fantastic. It feels great to go outside, even when it's like a freezing cold night. It feels amazing. You feel incredibly accomplished when you've kind of done that, whatever endeavor, squatting, running, walking, whatever. You feel so accomplished. I can't explain it to you. If you've never done this, I highly recommend you do it. I highly recommend you get up a little earlier and you do something like this before you go to work. You come to work feeling awake, you're feeling refreshed, and you feel like you've done something. You've accomplished something before the day's even started. It kind of gives you that feeling that you're one step ahead the whole day. Now, if you can make that little period productive, you have a workout or you do something like that, you feel even better than you would if you just kind of, woken up and read the newspaper or something like this. I really feel like the key is to go outside, to smell the fresh air, to hear the birds, singing to you. There's just something so cool about it. I remember Kobe Bryant, his stories, I remember this interview, he talked about, how he got ahead of his competition. And it was basically him waking up at 3:30 in the morning. Now, that is crazy, If you think about a guy like that, the guy's on a max contract, max NBA contract. The guy lives in a mansion. He's got helicopters. He's got cars, yachts, anything you want. For him to have that drive to wake up that early in the morning, to go put in that amount of work, it just absolutely makes no sense to me. He has everything, and he's outworking somebody that has nothing. Just think about that for a second. Kobe Bryant lives in a mansion. He has millions and millions of dollars. And he was telling this interviewer that he's more hungry than him and everyone else in the audience. How interesting is that? We should be more hungry, right? We're at the bottom, let's just say, compared to him. We want to be where he is, yet he's outworking us. So he's a million steps ahead of us in terms of accomplishing certain things in life, whatever the case might be. In my case, it was basketball when I was younger. And I used to think to myself, how do I let Kobe Bryant outwork me when he's already so many light years ahead of me in terms of skill and performance and all that and accomplishments? If you want to catch up to someone, you will need to work harder than they are. It's just, there's no way about it, especially if you're starting way behind the pack. So I'm sitting there listening to him talk about this, getting up 3:30 in the morning, having some sort of bite to eat, going to the gym, having a shoot around in a weight room session, come home, have some more food, shower, whatever, and prepare to go to the team practice, whatever, at 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock. And then after that, he'll go home, have lunch, maybe have a bit of a nap, and then go back for another session. So this guy was training twice more than what the team was asking him to do. It makes sense why he was twice as good as the rest of the guys on the team, or 3 times. It's just interesting to me how that top level of success, wherever you look, whether it be business world, sporting world, whatever world you want to talk about, these people are wired differently. They're simply wired differently. And the challenge that I always think about is it's all mental. You need to realign your brain. You need to understand. You need to see things from a different set of lenses. Because if you think to yourself, oh, it's so hard getting up at 4:30 in the morning, man, what are you talking about, man? If you want to get somewhere in life, if you want to achieve something, you will need to do hard work. No one's going to hand this stuff to you because you're a nice bloke. It doesn't work like that, man. You got to work hard. And I think it's really beneficial for us to look at the people who are actually in the position we want to be in. What are they doing? And so when you've kind of identified the level of work they're doing, then you need to add 10 or 15 or 20% more work that they're doing. It's the only way you're going to catch up. It's the only way you're going to catch up, man. That's truly what I feel like. So Kobe Bryant's sitting on that stage getting interviewed, and he's telling the guy that he's hungry at whatever he was, 32, 33 years of age at that point. He's got championships. He's got everything that anyone would ever want in life, and he's hungry. And the passion that was coming out of his speech was just incredible. It's incredible. I remember thinking at that point, man, this man deserves everything he's got. He's outworked everyone. So next time you sit there and think to yourself, man, I wish I was this person or that person, you should be embarrassed. That's exactly how I felt. I'm embarrassed. Yesterday's video, I told you guys about my basketball dream, where I was, what I wanted to do. And now that I'm, a lot older than I was back in the day when I was dreaming about this stuff, I'm not regretting anything. I'm not, ashamed or whatever the word is to describe me failing, making the NBA, right? Because deep down, now that I know what guys did to get to the NBA, every single one of those guys outworked me. I used to go shoot around every day. That's nothing, man. I should have been running sand dunes every single day. I should have been waking up 3:30 in the morning before school to go train. These are the kind of things that you need to do to be the best. And I didn't do that. When I see Steph Curry hitting 93 3-pointers out of 100 shots, it just makes me feel comfortable not being in the NBA. Because I don't deserve to be in a class of people like that. Because those people trained. I didn't train. And I learned that lesson, and I'm using those lessons in my future endeavors in life. I have to outwork everyone around me. It's simple as that. Getting up 4:30 in the morning, man, that's a privilege. You should be jumping out of bed if you are crazy about the goal that you have. You can't let the people ahead of you outwork you. It does not make sense. You have to outwork the people ahead of you. Now, when I say that to you, when I hear myself say that, I want to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, right? It's not enough to wake up at 4:30 in the morning. These are some of the thoughts I have in my mind when I wake up at 4:30 in the morning. I just think about Kobe. He's outworking me. Let's get it. Peace out.